Hi, I'm Cameron. I'm an adventurer, filmmaker and photographer from Cumbria, and welcome to the latest episode in my Walking the Wainwright series. Today I am doing a Kirkstone and Dovedale circuit, and it is Sunday the 28th of July 2024. It's actually been 8 months since my last Walking the Wainwright circuit, so it's been a little while, and July is actually the first month of the year that I've actually just been in the UK. I've been doing a lot of travelling and primarily been in London for the first part of the year, so work and life has kind of got in the way a little bit. But here I am at the top of Hartsop, Dodd, the first of 7 today. And the first 2 Wainwrights in today's walk are actually the first 2 out of the second of Alfred Wainwright's books. So I'm heading on to here to Caudale Moor, which is another one from book 2, and then the subsequent 5 fells that I'm doing after that are completing the set from book 1 of Wainwright's 7-book series. And I'm looking forward to exploring a new part of the Lake District that I haven't really experienced before. So what started off as a very clear and sunny day has quickly descended into an incredibly misty day with very low visibility. But I made it up to the top of Caudale Moor, which is the second Wainwright of the day, and there's a little bit of confusion around this one because Caudale Moor is the whole area and it's listed in the book as being the name of the Wainwright. However, when I consult the book, it says Caudale Moor is often referred to as John Bell's Banner, summit named Stony Cove Pike. So it's Stony Cove Pike that if you're coming to do the walk that you need to aim for. The Caudale areas, particularly on Google and on Strava, are a little bit lower down from here, so it could get very easy to steer off course. But here we are, second one of the day, done and dusted, on to the next. I've been going for 4 hours or so and about 10 kilometers into today's hike, and I made up a lot of elevation on that first ascent up to Hartsop Dodd. I managed to maintain that for quite a long time, but now I'm descending back down to the Kirkstone Pass, which is quite a famous road that cuts through the valley here, and to get up to Red Screes I've got to basically ascend all the elevation that I've just lost because it's on the opposite side of the road, and you can just sort of see it over my shoulder just behind me, kind of in the area where I'm pointing there. So it's going to be quite a steep and challenging climb to kickstart the afternoon, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more, so five 5 to go to get to the 7 for today. So the biggest part of the day is still yet to come. So I think it's time to have a little bit of a reset and gear up for round 2. Hiking my way up to the top of Red Screes, and it's pretty steep. The path is quite well trodden, so there's a clear and obvious route, but it's a little bit challenging on a hot day. Unless there's a false summit up here, then pretty much at the top of Red Screes now, and it's been a little bit of a challenge, and it's certainly beaten up a few people because there's quite a lot of people who've stopped part way and turned back round and gone down to the cars at the lay-by at Kirkstone Pass there. But I think the end is in sight. Definitely burning off a fair few calories today. Bit of a baptism of fire getting back into the swing of these walks. I can't really complain too much because the weather has been fantastic all day. I managed to work my supplies quite well, but I'll definitely be grateful of wrapping this one up. I've been walking now for almost 10 hours. I'm on my way up to Dove Crag before I get towards the final Wainwright of the day. This is Hartsop above How. It's Wainwright number 7, and I am finished. The Kirkstone and Dovedale circuit is described on all trails as a challenging route with very rough and steep terrain that is not to be underestimated and will require a good level of fitness, steady footing, a head for heights and navigation skills, and I think that's a pretty good summary. All in all, I completed the walk in 12 hours, covering 26.55 kilometres with 1,559 metres of elevation gain. 7 more Wainwrights completed and only 176 more to go.